Right, ladies and gentlemen, how we all doing? Me personally, I am doing pretty good. So, today, as you can tell, we're going to be doing a quick little Warframe stream. We just want to finish getting the Nightwave done. We won't be doing this too long. But yeah, that is the plan. And once we're finished with Warframe, we will be doing Fallout. Do some more Far Harbor. Hopefully at least finish up the main quest. We'll see. So yeah, that is the plan. So bear with me. Have a little patience while I get things set up here. Because unfortunately, I can't make this quick and easy. Okay. Beautiful. Exactly what and how I need it. Okay. Music's on. Sounds like it's a good volume. We got everything we want open. And hopefully we get everyone shuffling in here. I suppose we will see. What's this? Oh, nothing interesting. All right. That's all looking good. Okay, good. Sweet. All right. Yep. Both of the lives are open. The chat is open. Sweet. Let's begin. So, what's on the docket today? Again, shouldn't be too long. We will see. 30 Eximus, 3 sorties. I think the Eximus just, or the sortie just reset, so that's helpful. Let's grab our regular outfit, so to speak. It's just gonna make this really, really easy. Then we won't have to stress about anything. We'll use the phage this time. Sounds interesting. And also, I can use pretty much anyone I want. It's only level 60. Never thought I'd be saying that. But who sounds fun? Well, I suppose I'll just go with Wisp again. Alright. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh. Yeah, let me make a YouTube post. I completely forgot about that. Telling people all about how handsome we are. Create post. Video. Full screen, because we're not monsters. And post that. All right. Perfect. 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 And close that window so I'm not using infinite internet to do it. Okay. All right. We are good. We are good. Hopefully this goes pretty quickly. Forgot sorties make me do this manually. But I have so much time that doesn't really matter.
Specifically designed for the tenor. Don't you worry though. I've got some workarounds.
Really?
Conjure keys are carried by high-ranking marketing monks. Knock them down. See what they've got.
Jesus Christ. Great to all of my health. How did you drop one? I'll take it, but don't know how you drop one. And it's the one that I needed too, so that's awesome.
That thing bows and you can kiss the conduit goodbye.
Let's see how well this works. Oh my god. It's just too good of a combo. Just too good indeed. I hate this little area though because it is such a maze. It's hard to find enemies to actually shoot at. Big guys? Yes, there we are. It is not the one we need? No, we need the brown one. That's alright. Getting any done is better than getting none done. Oh, I don't have energy. Shoot. That's surprising and annoying. No time at all. The beauty. The splendor. Truly magnificent. Can it get destroyed on my Kavat? That's annoying. That is very, very annoying. Suppose I just have to be quicker than that. You gotta be quicker than that, buddy. Okay, where the fuck is the door? Is this it? Alright, good. Oh, did they drop a brown key? Where? Oh, where? Oh, I guess so. That's handy, I suppose. Pretty mediocre timing, however. How did I not have enough energy, dude? What? That takes like no energy to cast. Oh well. Oh hi. Man. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Where are you? You should give me a key. Yep. Need more Eximus though. Hello. How many do I need to do? 8. I need to do 2 rounds of this shit. Let me go grab that key. Because that will make this easy. Wait, what? Did it despawn? Of course it did. Oh, right. I have to actually keep an eye on this thing. Well, at least we weren't in any trouble. That's helpful, at least. Oh. That's how we're expected to do things. What a stupid thing to do. Why would you, in any way, in any world, think that that is a good idea when you could just make a normal bridge? Like, was that specifically designed so you had to take in, what was his name again? The dude with the one hand. Just so you had to take in his splendor? Like, what the fuck? You should give me a key. Yes, yes you should. Sweet. Sorry, busy. Nice. 2 doubles there.
Next burst, same as a first. Mind you don't get flanked.
Now, how much faster is this? Not much, actually. I wonder how much my elements are overlapping then. If it's not actually too much help. Oh. Nope, I do have that here. Oh, I have all 3, okay. Didn't need to do that at all. I think I have space on Wisp, actually. I think my build's already finished. I might have, like, useless mods filling in. So, I should actually be able to use that augment that puts all 3 of them on a single cast. Robotic Onslaught? I'd rather an Eximus Wave or something. Oh, there it is. Wondering what's going on. That's weird. Like the opposite side. Oh well. Does not matter. If Carrier would be nice enough to give me more loot, I would rather Carrier because the ammo conversion is just insane. It is way too good. Ammo is never a problem. But, alas, I suppose that's the trade-off. Far Harbor, good to see you, my friend. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? I should probably just have one here and... Actually, I just had a fantastic idea. I did not see the movie you sent me. I saw the link, but I did not see the movie itself. Nothing from you. Shame. You gave me something. I suppose I should have probably left those guys alone. Specifically so that, oh, I guess I can get out of here. Doesn't matter anyway. I was gonna say specifically so that I could do more conduits, but we don't have to. But I'm glad to hear that you are good. It's scary because that type of stuff does happen in religious fanatics running the family. Yeah. I feel like, what was it, Far Cry 5? I think they did a really good job with that. Nine-day booster. Still. Pretty good 200 platinum spend. I've definitely got more than 200 platinum worth of resources. Okay, what's next? Oh, I wanted to see if there was a good arbitration. There was not. It is not. Rescue. Exima Stronghold, that's handy. That should be more than good enough for us. There's Loki. I haven't upgraded Loki in a long time. The movie is about a woman who lost her husband and becomes a radical Christian. Interesting, interesting. Not that. Tempting. So far, this is my best idea. Yeah. Looks like that's the one. Increases what? On status effect with weapon. Squad increase. So I assume that doesn't affect you personally? But here's the thing, she's so blind in her faith, she does what's opposite of Christianity. I feel like that's most religions and most people within those religions, is if they get too into it, they forget what they believe in. Okay, I haven't put any formas on this actually.
Operator, I've run diagnostic
I
regression.
suppose that's probably the best one.
You don't need to thank
Okay.
me.
Hushed visibility? Maybe. Maybe. First we need as much duration as we can get. Maybe. Don't know. I feel like this is the guy to, yeah, we don't need range for an invisibility build. This is the guy for shield gating. Yeah, this is just duration and, want to know something so dumb you wonder what might be going on in these bastards' heads? Sure, let's hear it. This is just a duration and efficiency thing. Not that. Not that. I wish there was more companion type characters, dude. That'd be so fucking awesome. Really cool. Now, how do I get more duration? 30 seconds is not very good, actually. Will strength help? We're at 29.4. Let's see. Will efficiency help? Really? All that only brings it down to 20? Horrible. So in America, we have been seeing the rise of the red pill pipeline, if you haven't heard, and well, in Florida, the Tate Bros and some other popular red pills and right-wing guys were singing. Okay, I need something in this slot. I guess we'll put catalyzing shields. And then we need something in this slot. I mean, I guess energy regen. Then energy won't be a problem. Oh, natural talent. Make sure we can go invisible as fast and as soon as possible. Don't need any of those. None of that's particularly interesting. Well, what is this? 0.6. This is 0.3. 35. Oh. Huh? Okay. And hushed invisibility, I guess. And augur message. Just for that little bit extra, I suppose. 32 seconds. What do I have for duration? Oh, this is pretty good. What does this cost? 50. I guess we'll see. No, none of those. Oh, that's also duration for 35 seconds. 15% isn't much. Cool. For a Canadian guy, this is like walking into a bar in Toronto, never been, and seeing the popular Canadian political YouTubers sing a song about wanting to become the 51st state. Well, I mean, I feel like people make a bigger deal out of the whole 51st state bullshit than it is. That's just my own personal opinion. Again, we're basically the same fucking country. We may as well be one fucking country. Because with the way you guys have the states and the federal systems laid out, we would literally be the exact same if we were a part of the US. Exact same. Because we would have all the same rules. We just wouldn't have all the different provinces making all the rules for everyone else just because they have a bigger population. What do I want to do? I can technically do anything because of the silence. Sure, may as well. I imagine Toronto's nothing but assholes and hippies. I feel like it's gotta be the California of Canada. Even Kanye West said sorry? That's crazy.
That is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit.
This didn't work very well. Oh, I have a stealth bonus. Or, affinity bonus. That we should be using stealth bonus for. Nice.
The enemy is on high alert.
Are they?
The moment you enter the holding area, they'll trigger the execution sequence.
Will they?
Rescue the hostage before it finishes.
Nice. Some YouTubers are just walking jokes at this point. Yeah, they really are. I feel like a lot of people are. It's kind of sad and pathetic. Honestly.
Hurry up. You are running out of time. Bypass complete. You may proceed.
Come on, you piece of shit. I did get it right. Okay.
Prisoner located. We need to get
Oh,
you
I
back
should
to
have waited
command
to
in
do
one
this.
piece. Find your way to the exits and don't leave the subject behind.
Nice. I'll take that. What? I should have had, invulnerability. Nice. Did not know spy missions were that good. Nick Fuentes, and he's selling Epstein merchandise and defending Epstein, saying he wasn't a bad guy. I find that hard to believe. Given he was like the #1 anti Epstein guy.
They've got me. Tenno, help.
Where the fuck are you? How does this guy have, like, the best weapon he can have, and he's still getting his shit rocked? I feel like the only people saying that Epstein really wasn't all that bad a guy is the current administration, with how they've been handling the Epstein files. I'm amazed 3 million came out. I'd be just as amazed to see that they weren't somehow fabricated. I mean, I like a decent bit of what the administration's doing, but I don't think the administration's good in any way, shape, or form.
They've got me. Tenno, help.
And I'm not one of those haters to be haters. Like I said, centrist. I can admit when something's good and when something's bad. Get out of there. Really? Oh. I gotta get out of here. But at least we got the hostage.
Bleeding out.
Oh, nice. He teleported to me. I will take it. I'm kind of surprised you don't seem like much of a fan of Nick Fuentes, given your Arizona for only people in Arizona. See politics as a game, that's because that's all it is, my friend. At least with the current way we run democracies, it's not as serious as it once was. It's just a game to see who gets the most votes. That's because no Western country is doing democracy the right way, and they haven't been since democracy was founded. Socrates. He was a man who knew everything about democracy, and they killed him for it.
Always a pleasure. That's all from me.
Bye, I'll take it, I guess. To paraphrase, probably to the extent of being technically inaccurate, Socrates believed that the only people who should be allowed to vote are those educated on politics and how it works. So anyone could vote, but they'd have to first educate themselves to be given the right to vote. And I absolutely agree with that. If you don't know the importance of politics, what a politician's doing, what a political party represents, blah blah blah, you shouldn't be allowed to vote in the election. You would help the American people not to go into other countries and get involved in foreign problems. Well, given you're the United States, it's almost your obligation that if you want things to remain stable, you kind of have to go into foreign countries, whether you like it or not. That's the problem with being the strongest. Canada has the luxury of not having to do fuck all, because we're not the world's most powerful country. But the States does not have that luxury, because everyone's out to get them. So as noble a goal as that is, and that's literally what Trump ran on, it's not feasible by any imagination. Not if you want things to remain good and how they are. I mean, you could take a hit to your standard of living. Like, you could make things more expensive or have, in a way, less rights or whatever. But, and then not involve yourselves with foreign affairs. However, if you're not willing to take that hit, you're gonna have to keep the standard world order, so to speak.
Excellent work. A clean extraction.
Try and
No
bring back
alarms.
manufacturing into America? That's not a good idea. Since I feel like I'm smart enough to see outsourcing as legal slavery in other nations, but I know bringing back manufacturing is hard. Well, the reason it's hard is because people don't want to spend an arm and a leg to buy a car. The only way you're gonna keep getting $30,000, $50,000 cars is if you keep that modern day slavery. Like, it's a noble goal, but,
Stay
you know,
focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
companies don't want to pay $30 an hour starting and then $50 after like 4 years to manufacture cars in state when they could instead send it to a foreign market. It's just economics, my friend. And also, that helps a couple thousand people, maybe, but hurts millions. So, is it really a fair trade? You know? It looks good on the surface, but it very quickly loses its,
You've triggered the alarms. Lose this
Really?
data and the mission will be a
How the
complete
fuck did I do that? It very quickly loses its quality once you look at it a little deeper.
failure. Data integrity
Immigration,
verified. Retrieval was
I would
successful.
let in the ones who have no criminal record, and if they do have a criminal record, send them back. Well, that is standard immigration policy, my friend. It's just, it's not enforced. But on the books, that is immigration policy for almost every country. I think there's 6, 7, or 8 countries that do no standard checks or anything. Like, legally. And there's obviously even more that just don't have the manpower or money to control their borders.
We've got robots inbound.
And they also don't actually care. Oh, right, this one. Want to adapt some cultures and some stuff from Japan and Europe? That's understandable, and I would say is a noble goal.
Data extracted.
But to be fair,
We have everything.
a lot of what people love about Japan used to be pre-World War II America. They just adopted a lot of that from America when they came and occupied for that little while, helping them rebuild. So pretty much all you're asking for is old America back, which I don't blame you. I also want old America back, where you could actually buy a house. You only needed one income to have a living. Your neighbor wouldn't stab you in your fucking sleep.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Another Riven mod? Brother. How disappointing. Okay. Is there a weapon that I'm looking for a Riven mod for that I don't already have? The Tsar would be cool. The AX-52 would be fucking awesome. That's an awesome weapon. Let's see. No, there's no primaries I particularly want. I guess Atomos. But only if it's like still a lump of cells and not full-on person, since I hate that poor families are always the biggest, and I hate parents bringing kids into the world they can't afford. See, that's fair too, but for your particular stance, I would argue that just the type of person you seem to be, I don't really understand you allowing it instead of foster reform, like making that entire thing better for the children stuck in it. Which I want to know why the fuck no one's making the foster system and anything related to it better. Because those kids deserve so much more, and they're so fucking miserable most of the time.
Ready as you will ever be.
It's horrible.
Unless somebody...
Disruption? Tempting. Alright, do I have time to do another? Yes, I do. Alright, I guess we're doing more captures. Alright. And also to your point, I feel like family assistance should be bigger. I feel like the people who should be paying for kids should not be their parents. It should be the state, which is going to tax them the rest of their fucking lives. So really, instead of taxes being to, you know, build war, instead taxes would be repaying the state, paying your parents all the money to raise you.
Well done.
Like, I know a lot of people would just take advantage of that. But, you know, I'm sure you could make some sort of quality check or whatever to be like, you know, yeah, you'll get X amount of dollars per kid per month so that the state's paying for it, but we need to make sure you're actually taking care of your kids, that they feel loved in your home, blah, blah, blah. So then people aren't just having kids to get more money from the government. Like, I do like the idea. We'll see how it works in practice, but I do like the idea of the Trump account being $5,000 from the government to compound until they're 18 or whatever. But at the same time, I don't see how that wouldn't cause inflation.
Happy hunting.
Because then businesses become overvalued because there's more investment that's literally being paid for by the government. And then as soon as these kids have this money, the price of goods all goes up because they have more buying power. I mean, that's just basic economics. which, by the way, is my degree, so I'm a little more qualified than the average Joe, but not much yet. In fact, now that I think about it, I want to ask my economics professor what he thinks of the Trump account. What is happening? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, we finally reached 30 minutes on TikTok. Gonna turn that off. Okay, perfect. Close that. Don't need it anymore. And these look good. Sorry, folks, just making sure everything's still working smoothly. And I would also try not to tariff any nation. Hey man, at least you know that about economics. See, tariffs are good when you're focusing on a domestic industry that is still too infantile to be globally competitive. So if you close your market off in that one sector that you want to compete in, that you can compete in, close it off for a little while so that you don't get washed out, and then as soon as you're able to, you drop all the tariffs, so then your domestic consumers have the best price possible, and you're selling globally, internationally. That is when tariffs are a good thing. Especially if you use those tariffs, because they're an import tax, right? You use those tariffs and you give it to those industries that are currently being protected by the tariffs. Because then it just grows that much faster and you can drop the tariffs that much sooner. I'm very glad you understand that much about tariffs. In my mind, that's just about the only thing wrong with Trump's tariffs, is they're not to protect any sort of an industry, really. They're just to harm other countries. But again, the US is the world's most powerful nation. Everyone, and the largest consumer market in the world. Of course, people are gonna keep trading with the US, even with the tariffs, so it's basically just free money for the government. Try to import the recycling ability, like how they do in Germany, but I know it may not work since, let's be real, not many care about the environment. Not many boomers care about the environment, but I'll tell you some good news. Those old bastards are dying. I will absolutely take Aya from the capture, because then I can buy vaulted relics. You know, as a young person myself, you know, we're similar in age, you and I care about the environment to the extent that it doesn't make anyone's way of life worse. There's no reason we can't transition to electric vehicles, or at least hybrid vehicles. There's no reason we can't transition away from fossil fuels. There's no reason that we can't protect the environment or habitats or whatever, but we have to do it in a relaxed, sustainable, human-centered speed and method, etc., etc. Because you can't just be like, oh yeah, 2035, 100% electric vehicles. people do not have the disposable income to just go buy a car because you made it illegal to have a gas-powered vehicle.
I am pleased with your performance.
Gen Z and I don't care about the environment much. Like, hey, I care about myself and my needs, and well, shit, if recycling will make Gen Z some money, let's do it. I would have those recycling vending machines like how they do in Europe. Well, when I was younger, I literally did not give a shit, and it was mostly like what's the word? Anti-establishment. Where it's like, oh, you're telling me I have to protect the environment? Well, I don't want to. But the older I get, the more I understand that, you know, for now, we do only have one planet, and also, it's really not that hard to take care of. Like, if it was harder to take care of, I'd probably still not give a shit about the environment, but it is the easiest thing in the world to do. We just keep going about it the wrong way. We keep going about it like some pompous prick asshole, where it's like, I believe we should protect the environment and you should be punished for it. No, no one should be punished for the way they live, but you should guide them on a better way to live, and you should make it easy and affordable and the better choice than the status quo. It just doesn't make any sense to be shoving shit down people's throats and pretending like people are super evil. They're not intentionally destroying the environment. They're just living their lives. If anything, the people who need to be held to account is the politicians and the businesses, particularly the businesses who are doing all this polluting and what have you. The onus should not be necessarily on you and I to protect the environment when there's dozens, hundreds, thousands of other parties also involved in ruining the environment.
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations is here.
But I don't care that much about it. I just know it's the easiest thing in the world to do, so you're just stupid to think that we can't do anything about it or whatever. I don't necessarily know where I was going about that. The reason I don't care about the environment much is like, why should I buy a hybrid car when Taylor Swift and other rich people use jets every day? But that's exactly what I'm saying is, you should have a hybrid car, but so should they. They should be held to the exact same standard, if not a higher standard than you. You know, they should figure out a way to make flying, if they want to do it so bad, they, the ones with the money, should have to make it more efficient. It shouldn't be on you and me to buy a hybrid or electric vehicle because we hardly put any carbon into the atmosphere. It should be up to them to make some sort of hybrid or electric plane because they're flying all the fucking time, putting all the carbon in the atmosphere. But I will never, ever give a shit for the environment to the extent where we just kill hundreds of thousands, if not millions of cows because, oh, they put methane into the environment. Okay. Just like there's the water cycle, there's a fucking carbon cycle. It's a closed system. It works beautifully. Earth is just such a fantastic machine. People shouldn't have to give up literally half of their biological diet because some pompous asshole said, oh, you don't deserve meat. What? And I am not gonna give a shit about the environment to the extent of eating anything lab-grown. Like, I'll eat shit from a greenhouse, absolutely. Or some sort of weird, like, test tube baby bullshit with, like, calves and cows and what have you. I'll eat shit like that grown in a lab, but I won't eat lab-grown meat, if that makes any sense. Solar-powered plane would make sense. No. I like where your head's at, but no, that is not science, my friend. The amount of thrust required to, yeah, the amount of thrust you need to generate that is required to get something that big and that heavy into the sky far, 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 far exceeds anything we could ever capture with a solar panel. Like, by probably millions of times. The reason they burn so much carbon is because they need that many explosions that quickly to keep that thing in the sky. But again, I like where your head's at, it's just not how that works.
You are here on a capture mission. You must find, capture, and extract our target.
The problem currently is if we want an electric plane, they're too heavy, too cumbersome, or do not make enough lift to be efficient in any way, shape, or form. Like the sort of battery or energy generation you need for an electric plane would probably quadruple the weight of a standard plane, so it would never get off the ground. Because you're making all that battery and shit for a standard size plane, but now that you have the batteries and or the power generation, now the ship weighs 4 times what it used to, so once again it can't get off the ground. It's a very... electric power is a very cumbersome thing.
Complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
The reason it took so long to enter vehicles is because they were too heavy. Battery technology wasn't there. I think the motors were a problem too, I'm not sure. But moving something so heavy was just too energy inefficient that you couldn't do anything. But now that we have really good battery technology and really good motors, now we have Teslas, we have electric vehicle, like other electric vehicles, we have hybrid vehicles.
Happy hunting.
And the better they get, the closer we get to having electric powered planes. But up and until then, not quite something that works just yet.
Capture them quickly before they escape.
There we go. This way.
The captive is safely in our
Oh,
hands.
I should be
Congratulations, Tenno.
doing this, so I'm moving even faster. If I was a politician, I'd punish companies since during the Angola War, one of our gas companies gave the MPLA money and we couldn't do anything to punish them. Well, yeah, you could now, because now you have the whole, what's it called? It's that, like, terrorism act in the United States. Now, like what Trump's done with the cartels, you could just declare them, you know, bad guy organizations, and, as a result, you could fine them, arrest them, whatever.
Well executed.
Now I really want to look it up. It's the thing they enacted after that one event with the 2 towers. I don't think that's it. I don't remember. It's made flying a pain in the ass ever since. And it made spying on domestic citizens legal. It was everything, I believe, that Edward Snowden had leaked.
Now you might... Ta-ta.
That was pretty much his whole shtick.
You are here
If
on
I'm
a capture
remembering
mission.
correctly.
You must find, capture, and
So-
extract our target.
They could do something now. Whether they do or not is a different thing, but
Target
you have
located.
the legal basis for it at this point. Luckily. Lucky for you is what I was gonna say, and then I didn't.
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
Sweet, that was pretty quick.
Great work. I am pleased with your performance.
Let me look that up, actually. What did Edward Snowden leak? That's it. Numerous global surveillance, the Five Eyes. Classified documents, blah blah blah. Isn't telling me fast enough. We'll move on. I might go to Europe someday, but again, I ain't leaving my family behind. That's fair, that's understandable.
We received intel.
But
that
also,
somebody vital to enemy operations is here.
do keep
Find
in
them
mind
and
that as
capture them.
important as family is, if they're too stubborn and you can't properly convince them, well, if you can't convince them, that's probably on the fault of you not knowing enough about something, but if they're too stubborn and you can't convince them about the dangers to move, for your own health and safety, it's probably worth leaving in circumstances like that anyway. I'm not saying that America or anything's in any sort of state like that yet, but, you know, if Europe's your ideal, you can't let sticking around be the reason you get got. Do I even protect my house if I'm in Europe? I ain't asking my neighbors to watch my house. Well, I don't know if they hate you as a person, but they might hate Americans as a, what's the word? Stereotype, I guess? How's it going, JV? It's good to see you, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you mean your American neighbors. My bad, my bad. Why do they hate you? Are you a hateable person? Is there a reason to hate you?
You are here on a capture mission. You must find, capture, and extract our target. Target located. Bring them in.
Yeah, from the sounds of it,
Mission complete. The
it
captain
sounds
is
like your
escorted to the
issue is,
extraction. Well done.
you know, the problem with democracy. People aren't educated in the ways of voting. They hate my family for no reason. When they first moved to the area, they stripped my family's house a day before we moved in. Stripped? What do you mean? Because I'm pretty damn certain they can't legally do anything to your house if it's your house.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
They took everything? Are you sure that wasn't the original owners? That sounds like a crime, and very easily proved. It would have been in the mortgage papers if the neighbors were supposed to leave it behind for you, and if it wasn't there, that would mean either the neighbors took it illegally, or the original owners took it illegally. Somehow took the toilet and other shit? Well, to be fair, toilets are very easy to take off of the ground. How are you doing, JV? Do anything interesting yet today? Have any fun plans for later? What's the
You are
vibe?
here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting.
My apologies.
Target located.
Isn't all it's cracked up to be, but still. Hey man, everything's as cracked up as it's said to be if you're
Interrogate the captive back at base. Your
I
part
guess
is
the best word for it would be delusional enough. It's like living in a closet and saying there's no one around. Technically, if you never leave the closet, you're correct, but as soon as you open the closet door and the person knocking on it sees you, there's a person around. Like in Canada, I'm sure your neighbors won't strip your house a day before you move in. Canadians are just as big, if not bigger, assholes than Americans. They absolutely would do that if you are in the wrong place. Absolutely. Canadians are deemed way nicer than they actually are, my friend. We are just as horrible of people as Americans. That's why I said the 51st state isn't all it's cracked up to be, because again, we're basically the same people.
Shall we?
Canadians might hate to hear that, but maybe they should act differently. Yes, we have the nice reputation.
You are
That's
here
because
to
we
find
have
our
manners.
prey and bring
We're
them to
assholes, but we
destruction.
have manners.
Happy hunting.
We say please and thank you and sorry. But we're still assholes. We'll shit talk you more than anyone behind your back. The only reason Americans are deemed ruder is because... more rude, sorry. Is because you don't say please and thank you and sorry as often as we do.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno. Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
I guess what I'm trying to say is Canadians and Americans are the same. Canadians are just better at lying, I guess. I don't need to do that anymore. What is this? 5 different steel path
Coming
missions.
up next.
Let's see. These fucking missions. Series? Sure, why not? This looks good. Well, still have to get there. Let's just do this. We can do other stuff later. But also, to your comment about in Canada, your neighbor probably wouldn't strip your house.
My intel suggests
Um,
there are rich enemies
more than
hard
likely they
patches in
wouldn't,
the
because
area,
that's a
but I'm
crime.
unable to pinpoint their
So,
exact location. Search
we
them out
have,
if you are willing to
we're
shoulder
better
the
at keeping
added
track
risk.
of our laws. We also don't allow litigation so readily, like the United States does. So, we have to have more proof, and as a result, we have a lot more documents and a lot more bureaucracy, which is usually a curse, but sometimes it's a boon. Sounds like you have the worst traits of the French, British, and America. Yes. Quite literally, yes. We've been triple colonized.
Computer system. Find and access the terminals. We need to destroy the reactor. The reactor will have tight security. Watch out for enemy patrols.
And it is quite literally the worst of all 3 of those countries. because we're suicidally empathetic, we're assholes at the same time, and there's one other thing I was gonna say, but it just slipped out of my brain. In America, at least, we're semi-honest about being an ass. Oh no, we admit we're assholes. We just let you guys pretend that we're really nice to the world because it makes Canada look better. That's it. We just go with it because you guys think that it's true. It makes you guys think more of us. That's it. Again, we're assholes. We let you guys believe we're nice so that we get more from you. We're quite literally someone who, like, cowers in the middle of a fight, where it's like, I surrender, and as soon as you're like, okay, I'll quit pummeling you, that's when we, you know, give you an uppercut to the jaw. We're terrible, terrible people. What's this? Mobile defense? I'm good. Survival? Sure, why not? Why not?
What's up?
Yes, quite literally. Why do you think there is so many war crimes? It's not because we're nice people.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
I know for a fact that you've heard the one about throwing canned food to Germans, and then as soon as they expected food, we threw grenades. I guess this is the greatest way to put it that I can think of. Canadians are smart assholes. Very smart assholes. So because we're smart, we won't blatantly be an asshole. We'll do it behind your back. Instead of just immediately throwing grenades, we're going to get your trust and then break that trust with grenades, but you're dead, so it doesn't matter. And also along the lines of being a smart asshole, we'll let you guys pretend we're not assholes, we won't correct you on it, and then we'll use that to our advantage.
Prepare for life support.
It's a little bright in here. So, that's your little Canadian lesson, I guess. Your Canadian sociology. We'll call it that. Man, this is just too good. I thought this would be pretty good for that quest. This is not very good, actually. That's surprising and disappointing. Maybe there was just the wrong enemy around? This isn't actually doing too terrible now. It was taking a while before. Oh, it's because I had to build up my galvanized mods, that's why. Probably have a billion multi-shot now. That makes sense. Oh, I also haven't remodded this yet. That's why. I'm doing like half as much elemental damage as I should be. Alright. Let me check something, actually. Is this still working? Yeah, it looks like it. Weird. Ooh, I have the grip from my cat. Don't mind if I do. Oop. That was close. Haven't actually listened real close and attentive like. I will absolutely be taking those organ cells though. Especially because I made all those prime mods, or prime weapons and everything. Probably used quite a few of my organ cells. Stalker might be a problem. Oh, malice. In America, I will admit we're greedy. Too greedy, like we don't think about having friends. How can this bro help me? Yeah.
I've delivered another life support
Yeah, I feel that. Really? How much damage reduction do you have? I didn't even think about doing all this in
30-second warning.
what is this called? Steel Path.
Keep up the good work.
Should have been doing all my relics in Steel Path.
Go to extraction. Critical life support levels. Extraction is
Man,
your best
life support
option.
goes down fast.
Life support has been replenished.
Grab this.
Life support activated.
And see, the worst part about that, how can this bro help me? You guys didn't used to be like that. You just let Reaganomics and corporate America take over your lives. You let all the anti-union dissent get to your heads. Yeah.
Another life support capsule is now available.
I finished getting Daggeth? Yes. Well, the one piece, anyway. Don't know how much I really want to do that. What's this? Survival? I suppose... No, I don't want to do another survival. Do I have any of Europa? No, because I have to do this. Alright, let's do that then. From your rail? Seems a bit homophobic. I didn't know this thing was homing. Sick. That was a lot quicker and easier than I thought it would be. I will take it. Absolutely. $15.26. Alright. It's a good one. No, it's not. Saturn. What can I do here? Mobile defense, exterminate. That sounds low. Pursuit, abso-fucking-lutely not. Interception, spy, mobile defense, rescue. Possibly. But these two, spy or mobile defense. I guess we'll do spy. Less materialistic. Good luck. You're gonna have to punish billionaires for far too long before people stop siding with them. They've done too much indoctrination for too long. Too many people believe they can actually succeed in America. The American dream doesn't exist anymore, but everyone's gonna pretend like it does and tell you that it does.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Which is a damn shame, because having the American dream would be fantastic, but, you know, you kind of have to afford to live.
The enemy would rather destroy their data than let it get into our hands.
You have to afford to live in order to actually use the American dream.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh. Wait a minute. What am I supposed to do here? Like, I remember when I was younger, I didn't have friends since I was out of the loop. I couldn't afford Netflix, an iPhone, a PC, a console. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Where the fuck? I destroyed one. There's gotta be more, isn't there? Oh, that's one. That was what I needed. Oh, that's turning off and on. Okay. Okay. Oh, I can use a cipher on that. That's good to know, I guess. And funny enough, the people I was chill with lived in Section 8, so yeah, we were chill, but not friends. And they were troublemakers. Well, yeah, you also have to do a lot of, social correction for people to quit being so materialistic. Like, the idea of the poorest people in society who rely the most on government assistance behaving the worst makes no sense to me. You're
nearing the console.
Being
Trigger the alarms
horrible
now
to
and
the
they will
country
start
that's
destroying the data.
providing your lifestyle to you. If you maybe weren't so materialistic, then
Stay focused. There's a
maybe
heavy unit approaching.
you would not be so, what's the word I'm looking for? Unhappy, I suppose. The best word I can think of. Nice. This is going much better than usual. Usually this spy mission fucks me up. Probably because I never thought I could actually destroy those things. No, that's not the right side. Is that it? Nope, not quite. Where is it? Huh? What? Oh well, I guess. Okay, this isn't quite where I need to be. This thing moving? Yes, it is. Sweet! Now, why is my music stopping again?
Excellent work.
That's the first time I've done that stealth.
No alarms.
That was awesome. And both of them stealth without using a Warframe with invisibility. Sure, why not? I don't think these dudes actually provide any additional experience points, but yeah, they don't. They actually provide the regular amount of XP, the lower level XP. That's weird, annoying, and disappointing. Oh right, that's that alarm I never turned off. Whoops.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
I don't know how many I need for this. Now, where do I get in? That? Yes. Alright. 6-7 machine. Dude. Where does this go? This isn't where I came from. I guess it was. Okay, that's annoying. Are you joking?
Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is complete. Stay focused. There's a
I wonder
heavy
how I would have
approaching.
gotten that stealth
Data integrity
light.
verified. Retrieval was successful. We have
Underneath?
everything we came for. Get to extraction.
No, not there. Here. But how would I have gotten into the water? Do not know. And I also do not care. Nice. I'll take that. Vidaria. That sounds familiar. Alright, folks. I'll be back. I'll be a bit, but I'll be back.
Stand by while I analyze the intelligence profiles of the Grineer. Error, not a number. Did the operator enjoy this witticism?
invite list is anybody who is anybody, and nobody who is nobody. Even Nora Knight didn't get an invite. Shame on you, Nathaniel, for I am delightful.
It is I. Good day. How are we doing, folks? All right. Let's get back to it. All right. This should be the last mission.
Let's let's get back to it.
An assassination, I suppose we have to. What do you hate about the 2020s? Let's hear it, my friend.
Grenier researcher Tile Reger has made alarming strides in the field of gene repair. His work would not only reverse centuries of deterioration due to excessive cloning, but also allow for stronger and deadlier genetic molds. Eliminate Regor and put a stop to his work.
Why did you send me down here if I needed to be up there?
Excited now. The anticipation. Ooh,
It's kind of one of the worst decades. This might as well be the 30s. I don't know, besides the war, the 30s looked pretty good.
A dissection? No. That sounds too humane. Your death will be...
Yes, exactly.
Stay focused. There's a heavy
Man, I
unit
want to
approaching.
live during the height of Teddy Roosevelt's
No.
term in office.
When I crack open your head fruit, what colored juice spills out?
That man is my idol. Is bro just testing all this shit on himself?
Come near me, and I'll pound you into a tiny cube. Gonna pull this ocean down on us if I have to.
It's great, buddy. These guys look different. Very different. They've changed something. I don't like change. Where are you? But he's just breakdancing down there.
Come for a fight? Oh, should have dressed for a funeral.
Alright, buddy. There we go, that's better damage. Guess we'll be using the Stropha.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Is there?
Nowhere left to hide. Nowhere left to run.
Alright, hurry up. Spawn your guys. Holy, you have a bit of health.
It's hammer time.
Is it? Is it really? Was it just the two? That's disappointing. Nice. That is exactly what I needed. I wish I would have spawned in Europe instead of the US. I'm grateful for America, but damn, we did a lot of shady shit. I don't know, man. If I was gonna choose anywhere to have been spawned, it probably would have been China. Dead ass.
So we learn the importance of
Dead
clarity,
ass.
purpose.
I like what they got going on a lot better than what we have over here. I do really wish that they did more for their seniors. like we do, but
Inbox
oh well.
messages await the operator.
Can't have everything.
It's... yeah.
Frost? Why the fuck is Frost here? Well, that was difficult. I barely made it out of that. Okay, did that count as a mission? No, it did not. Capture? Don't mind if I do. This should be real easy. To be fair, the Russians did the same thing, but with vodka. Well, yeah, you guys did the same shit. You guys just had whiskey and they had vodka. And the French did the same shit, but they did it with wine. And the English did the same shit, but they did it with beer and tea.
Target located.
And the Spanish tried to do it, but failed. Period. Doesn't matter what they tried to do it with, they just failed.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
Thoughts on the Iron Contra scandal? I have no idea. Never heard of it.
You exist to strike. You strike to win. The lesson.
All right, there's Nightwave finished. Alright, let's grab this. And, oh, do I want to do this? I keep forgetting about these.
Thrust upon them. The rest of us, we just have to work at it. You all know who you are.
Any of this any good? Let's see. I'll just use it for this. And then I'll have 5 left over for a keepsake.
Till then.
Okay. Well, give me not too long, my friends. We are now going to be playing Fallout, but I've got to reset the stream and get everything set up. So I'll be right back.